that vegan teacher has a daughter, and she's even worse than that vegan teacher. Vegan booty, what the fuck? No.
Each time you consume meat, dairy and eggs, it is your fault. You have the right to know the truth. Please watch Dominion Movement on YouTube.
She's literally holding a dead pig's head.
To see what happens in our own country, it is beyond your belief. I don't want to be here holding this murdered being's head. I don't want to be doing this, but I have a moral obligation to be standing up for these beings. I don't want to be holding him. Could you look him in the eyes and say that your taste is worth more than his life? Could you do that? Why would you pay someone else to do it? Why would you do that? You're not helping the animals by not standing up.
I'm vegan and you're not helping our cause. Exactly.
Private property, I'm going to have to ask you to leave, please. You just come out this way, please.
Hi, what's the matter?
Do you know where your free-range Christmas ham really came from? They were 6 months old when they were forced into a carbon dioxide gas chamber, when they suffocated to death.
Where'd you get the head from?
Do you think you're tough for paying for animal abuse?
Do you know that you're scaring children?
Yeah.
Do you know that you're feeding your children animal abuse?
Yeah, this is a private property, I need you to leave, please.
Your children have the right to know what is happening to their beloved animal friends. They have every right.
What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people?
You are feeding them animal abuse. They will be horrified if you showed them the truth. Watch Dominion Movement on YouTube.
No, get out. Oh my god, like, she just keeps going on about... She literally had a dead pig's head in a store. How insane do you have to be? Okay, that vegan teacher is pretty fucked up, right? She's pretty vegan, but at least she fucking stays at her house, right? At least she, stays behind the camera. She doesn't, become a public nuisance like this one.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today Tash and I are going to discuss posts on social media that are in favour of consuming animal flesh and animal secretions, but are disguised.
You are an anal secretion, that's what you are.
As being good and charitable.
It is good and charitable, and it's yummy, so that's all that
and
matters.
woke. Okay, and what we're going to use as an example of the sorts of posts that pop up on social media is a post that Impact put up yesterday. Here it is. So they say, you can't preach for animal rights while ignoring human rights.
I agree with that. Also, this is the daughter of, that vegan teacher, so, yeah.
And then they go on to say, prioritizing the rights and well-being of animals while ignoring human rights, especially agricultural workers, is a symptom of white veganism.
I agree.
Tash. So, what are the first alarm bells in the first couple slides of this post?
Well, they're implying that vegans prioritize non-human animal rights over human.
That is true. They can, all that vegan, well, most vegans actually, no, actually not, just like 1%, the animal rights activists that are like literally, scaring children with a fucking pig head because they want to preach their shitty message. And that vegan teacher who's literally comparing it to the Holocaust and the gas chambers and the concentration camps every other sentence, or slavery, or rape or murder or some shit. Like, literally every other sentence.
Animal rights. However, we are all animals, so animal rights is human rights, and
we are all animals, so animal rights is human rights. What kind of logic is that shit?
you can't be for human rights if you're enslaving and abusing non-human animals.
Yeah, if you're encouraging and teaching people to consume the body parts of oppressed, enslaved and tortured beings, how are they going to have respect for their fellow humans? Vegans...
Oh my god, a chicken doesn't even know what's happening. It doesn't know it's about to die. They act like it has like a fucking consciousness. Dude, a cow. Dude. They act like it's fucking intelligent. Oh my god.
Don't support oppression on any level, and we certainly don't view ourselves as superior to others.
Oh, really? Really? Okay, so when you say that, we're better because we're not paying for the rape and murder, you are claiming to be superior. You're like, we're nicer than you because we don't pay for the rape and torture of and murder of animals. They are very much claiming to be better. They're like, I'm nicer than you, at least I give a shit about the animals. That's what they say.
Non-vegans do. And then they go on to say that we don't prioritise especially the well-being of agricultural workers. And then the following slide goes on to talk about the fact that the degradation of land and resources popularised by vegan foods like almond milk and soy production.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say something. That if we were to go vegan, the whole market would fucking crash. There would be, like, it would basically be, people would start dealing meat, like, they would start, like, fucking dealing meat like drugs. And it would be, like, yeah. And, like, overall, the stock market, everything would fucking crash. The whole economy would fucking crash in an instant. Because think about how much, fucking meat there is, and, how much of that would have to be wasted, and how much businesses are around meat, and all the people that would be out of jobs, the whole fucking economy would fucking crash. And then, we would have to eat our shitty plants, which we would run out of plants in, like, maybe 500 years or some shit. Because, like, literally, we don't have enough plants to feed fucking 7 billion people. Unless you want to eat fucking grass. So, that is not a very good idea, okay?
Well, they're completely dismissing the fact that animal agriculture is the leading cause of all of these issues, and a majority of crops grown are to feed farmed animals. So this isn't a vegan problem. This problem is because of non-vegans.
Of course, because everything relates to veganism, because it's the non-vegans that cause cancer and some shit. Because, like, literally, all the problems come from meat. Like, literally, shut up.
And animal agriculture is causing these environmental issues as well.
Oh, okay, so, because I'm eating meat, right? And because the dairy industry is killing cows, which is completely fine, now, that's causing global warming and shit, and economy problems. And what are they even fucking talking about?
As human rights issues, because humans working in animal agriculture are exploited beyond belief.
So
they're exploited. Oh, that's funny.
Go on to talk about, it's really sad the people that work in agricultural crop production aren't being thought of. They don't mention anywhere about the people that work in slaughterhouses, meat packing facilities, that suffer with PTSD, are suicidal, have higher rates of injury, infection. So these are the worst possible places in the food industry that you can work in. So they don't...
Oh, she's saying it's not food. Oh, I see. Shut up, first of all. Those people chose to work there. Nobody's getting PTSD. Like, some people might, but the majority are like, okay, it's a fucking chicken. Who cares? It's a fucking cow. Nobody cares. Like, literally nobody has PTSD. Shut up.
They ignore that completely. The highest rates of all these things like suicide, PTSD, all of that don't come from picking vegetables. They come from killing animals day in and day out. And then these people go home and they also have the highest rates of domestic violence because they work in violence. And so when
Oh my god, shut up. Of course you're gonna say your shitty propaganda. Like, literally, now let's just get rid of this, anti, and let's just put discussing vegan propaganda. Now, like, this anti, just remove it right there. Now we have discussing vegan propaganda, which I am doing. The vegan propaganda that they're shitting out of their ass.
when you're a non-vegan, you are paying and supporting this human rights issue. Human rights.
Nobody cares. Okay, that is not human rights. What about the human right to eat meat? What about that? Honestly, just shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about... Okay, first of all, let's say that everyone does become vegan, which will never happen, but... Where do you think all of the leftover meat will go? In the overpopulated fucking cows and shit. It goes first of all, that's never gonna happen. You pouring fucking blood on a KFC floor is not going to stop animal farms, okay? So just shut up. Like, even if it's illegal, it's just gonna start people are just gonna start dealing it. Like, you got that meat. Like, literally, you're just gonna start calling, oh, God. You will literally, these stupid vegans don't think about, society and how they would literally cause a global crash.
Animal rights, like you said earlier. So they fail to mention that the majority of soy grown around the world is fed to livestock in the greedy West. We also grow crops in third world countries to ship those crops, those grains, to first world countries to feed the billions of animals in factory farms so that our fellow Westerners can stuff their faces with animal flesh. Do you know what that does to the grain prices in third world countries? It drives those grain prices up right through the roof, making grain prices even more unaffordable for the starving people in those countries.
Oh my God. Oh, I see. So now, veganism... Oh, I see. So now it's the meat industry's fault of poverty and why people are starving. Oh, yes, I see. Oh, yes, that's totally why. My God, these people are stupid. Nobody wants to eat fucking carrots and vegetables all of their life. And fucking vegan fucking substitute meals. Do you know how shitty a fucking vegan burger is? Dude, I accidentally ordered one from Tim Hortons or some shit. It was from A&W, I believe. Oh my God, that thing was fucking abhorrent. No, I'm not gonna eat shit like that my whole life. Just because some pigs die. And, even if I did do that my whole life, it's not gonna stop the quote-unquote cruel meat industry, the cycle of violence. No. It won't stop. Oh my God.
So don't talk about privilege if you're not vegan. In fact, the whole comment section is just people calling out bullshit on the post, amazingly. It does have 116,000 likes, but the majority of the comments are people pointing out the fact that the post is just really...
Let's just be honest, the majority of the comments are fucking you, or some shitty animal rights activists that are fucking stupid as shit.
...with issues.
Okay, so just reading the top comment on this post, it says, when people such as me in developing countries demand efforts dedicated for the fair treatment of people in such countries, do you demand that those efforts also encompass BIPOC Westerners, who are by virtue of being Westerners hyper-privileged relative to people in developing countries? If you do...
So, if you eat meat, you're white privilege. Oh,
I
yes.
kindly urge you to drop the Western supremacy.
Okay, well that's enough of